Hello. I'd like first like to ask you what your name is.
Okay. Jack, it's good to meet with you. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm Father Paul Novak. I'm the president of De La Salle High School. And I've been a priest in the Servite Order for over 27 years. And I've been working here at De La Salle for about 18 years.
Okay. I guess we'll just get right into it. First question I have for you is, what is your opinion on the use of drones in autonomous vehicles in war?
Okay. So you're asking my opinion.
Specifically right now, yes.
Okay. Well, the way in which drones have been presented in our nation to the American people are this is an opportunity for us to use a weapon that enables us to save the life of a soldier.
Okay.
Okay? So you've got to look at the bigger picture of what's happening here. For the American people, in a certain dimension, they respect life. At the same time, they're going to fight against anything that threatens their life. So in one perspective, the sanctity of life is important. It's hard to talk about the sanctity of life when you're talking about weapons of war. Okay?
Yeah.
So where are we with the use of, what do I think about the use of drones in war or vehicles in war? If ultimately it saves lives, then I think it's a good thing. Even though you might be it's harder to determine who your enemy is and to figure out how you're going to defeat your enemy. So.
Okay. Now I guess looking more towards the Catholic Church, what is their position on drone usage?
I think it's evolved over time because the technology has evolved over time. I know that the United States Catholic Conference of Bishops has challenged both President Obama and President Trump to really look and evaluate the ethical dimensions of using autonomous vehicles in war and drones in war. To look at it from the perspective of imminence, discrimination, and proportionality. Those three areas of how to determine the use of drones and to the ethical dimension of using those, and to make sure that there are no casualties of war. It's easy to send something up remotely and destroy something thousands of miles away from you. However, what are the implications of that? When you're in one-to-one combat, you know that you're destroying a person across from you. But when you're watching something on a TV screen and you're thousands of miles removed from that, how does that impact you? What are the moral obligations? What are the ethical obligations in relationship to that?
Okay.
Okay.
I guess looking more towards we talk mostly about like the use of predator drones and use of drones that are used for attacking an enemy. But what about other kinds of drones, like maybe a bomb defusal drone or a little drone that can maybe like drive ahead and scout out an area? What would be?
I don't know that the Catholic bishops have really spoken out about those kinds of particular vehicles that could be used, but I would think that if it's going to prevent destruction of human life, I would think that they would be in favor of that. I don't think that they've taken an official position on the use of that. I do know that I would venture to guess that all of the bishops would say to use a vehicle like that to knock on a door that you have a presumed enemy at, and to destroy that enemy, they wouldn't. I don't think that they would be in favor of that. But I'm not. I don't want to speak for them. Is what I'm saying. I think very much their position is know who your enemy is, and there's a human dimension to this. Let's not lose the human dimension to what it is that we're doing here. And I think that they have specific concerns, long-range concerns. It's easy to send in something unmanned and destroy something, but what does that do? Is it really preventing something, or is it just causing others to continue to take up the cause and continue to fight the battle? So I think that there are many challenges to our philosophy and our position currently, and I think that there are many challenges in the perspective of the Bishops' Conference. Really looks at it from what are we doing with diplomacy, what are we doing with dialogue, what are we doing to prevent ourselves from getting into these complicated situations. War should be a last resort at all times. I don't know if that answers your question, but specifically, but that's a little bit of how I see where the bishops are at.
Okay. But then, I guess then, besides the bishops, what is your personal opinion on the matter?
My personal opinion doesn't matter in the matter. No, my personal opinion is that again, use of technology in a preventive way. We see our world rapidly changing because of the use of technology, but we cannot lose the human side of that there are human operators on both sides of that technology. You asked me before a few minutes ago, about there are 50 nations that have the use of drone technology. At some point in time, somebody's going to send something in our direction, and what will our response be, and how will we be preventive about that? But again, it's always an escalation to all of these things. And what we've got to be about is de-escalation and using the technology for good, not for war, not for violence with each other.
Okay.